The ocean, a vast and powerful enigma, has always held a mysterious allure. It provides sustenance, trade routes, and breathtaking beauty. Yet, it can also be a formidable adversary, a force that humbles even the most advanced human endeavors. Today, we delve into a tale of the sea's unforgiving power, a story of human courage, tragic misjudgment, and the heart-wrenching loss of a vessel and its crew. This is the story of the SS El Faro, lost in the storm. Our story begins with a ship, not just any ship, but the SS El Faro, a majestic cargo vessel, a symbol of maritime strength and efficiency. She was a roll-on or roll-off ro-ro cargo ship, meaning she was designed to carry wheeled cargo like cars, trucks, and trailers that could be driven on and off. Built in 1975, the El Faro had a long and storied career. Initially sailing under the name Puerto Rico, for decades, she faithfully traversed the waters, connecting ports and delivering essential goods. She was a workhorse, a veteran of countless voyages, known by many in the shipping industry. Her sturdy build and reliable service earned her a place of respect among the fleet. By 2015, the El Faro was owned by TOTE Maritime Puerto Rico and regularly operated on a vital supply route between Jacksonville, Florida, and San Juan, Puerto Rico. This route was her bread and butter, a familiar journey she had undertaken countless times. Each trip represented a crucial link in the supply chain, delivering everything from food and vehicles to household goods to the island of Puerto Rico. On September 29, 2015, the El Faro was preparing for what seemed like a routine voyage. She was docked in Jacksonville, undergoing her final preparations. On board, a crew of 33 souls, a mix of seasoned mariners and newer recruits, were bustling with activity. These were men and women from various walks of life, united by their shared profession and the camaraderie forged at sea. Among them was Captain Michael Davidson, a highly experienced mariner with over 30 years under his belt. He was known for his calm demeanor and meticulous approach to navigation. His chief mate, second mate, and third mate were also experienced professionals, each playing a critical role in the ship's operation. The engineers, able seamen, and other crew members, too, were vital cogs in the intricate machinery of the El Faro. They were a team, a family of sorts, spending extended periods together in the confines of the ship, relying on each other for safety and support. Each had their own stories, their own families waiting for their return. As the El Faro prepared to depart, a meteorological shadow was beginning to stretch across the Atlantic. Far to the southeast, a tropical depression was churning, slowly gathering strength. This was Tropical Storm Joaquin, a name that would soon be etched into maritime history. Initially, Joaquin was predicted to track north, away from the El Faro's planned route. Weather forecasts are an essential tool for any mariner, and Captain Davidson, like all captains, meticulously reviewed the available information. Based on the initial projections, the planned course seemed safe, designed to keep the El Faro well clear of the developing storm. The decision was made to proceed with the voyage. At 8 p.m. Eastern Time on September 29, 2015, the SS El Faro cast off her lines, her massive engines churning as she slowly made her way out of Jacksonville Port, heading towards the open ocean and her destination, San Juan. For the first day of the voyage, all was well. The El Faro made good progress, cutting through relatively calm seas. However, the capricious nature of the ocean and the unpredictable power of hurricanes were about to assert themselves. Joaquin, defying initial predictions, began to strengthen rapidly and shifted its course. What was once a distant tropical storm was quickly escalating into a formidable hurricane, now projected to move directly into the El Faro's intended path. The situation was deteriorating with alarming speed. On October 1st, as Joaquin intensified into a Category 3 hurricane, Captain Davidson and his crew were faced with a dire reality. The storm was no longer an avoidable threat. It was becoming an unavoidable collision course, Communications from the El Faro to TOTE Maritime began to reflect the escalating concern. Captain Davidson was relaying updated weather information and his decisions to his superiors. The choices were agonizing: attempt to outrun the storm, alter course significantly to avoid it, or press on, hoping to find a path through. The pressure on Captain Davidson was immense. He was responsible for the ship, its precious cargo, and most importantly, the lives of his 32 crew members. The ship's voyage data recorder, often referred to as the black box of the maritime world, would later provide invaluable insights into these critical hours, capturing the conversations and decisions made on the bridge. These recordings paint a picture of a captain grappling with increasingly challenging conditions, trying to navigate his ship and crew to safety amidst a rapidly worsening hurricane. As Joaquin intensified into a monstrous Category 4 hurricane, with sustained winds exceeding 130 miles per hour, the El Faro found herself directly in the path of its fury. The ship was pounded by colossal waves, estimated to be as high as 50 feet, and battered by relentless winds. The forces at play were unimaginable. Water began to ingress into the ship's cargo holds, a powerless development for any vessel, but especially for a ro-ro ship where the open cargo decks could quickly become flooded. The ship's propulsion system was compromised. Reports from the bridge indicated a loss of power, a catastrophic event at sea, leaving the ship adrift in the heart of a hurricane. The El Faro was no longer able to maneuver effectively, a helpless toy in the grip of nature's wrath. The last communication from the El Faro was on the morning of October 1, 2015, around 7:20 a.m. EDT. Captain Davidson reported that the ship had lost propulsion, had a list, and was taking on water. He stated they were in the eye of Hurricane Joaquin. Then, silence, an ominous, deafening silence. The United States Coast Guard immediately launched a massive search and rescue operation. Aircraft, cutters, and other vessels were deployed to the last known position of the El Faro, battling the same treacherous conditions that had engulfed the ship. Hope dwindled with each passing hour as the search area was scoured, but there was no sign of the vessel, no distress signals, no life rafts. The immense power of the hurricane had swallowed her whole. 5 days later, on October 5th, a life ring from the El Faro was found. It was a somber confirmation of the worst fears. Then, on October 31st, an autonomous underwater vehicle located the wreck of the El Faro at a depth of approximately 15,000 feet, 4,572 meters, in the vicinity of her last known position, southeast of Crooked Island in the Bahamas. The images returned from the seabed were heartbreaking. The ship was largely intact, but she lay upright on the ocean floor, a stark monument to the power of the storm. The cargo holds were open, revealing the devastating impact of the water ingress. There was no sign of the 33 crew members. The loss of the SS El Faro and all 33 souls on board sent shockwaves through the maritime community and beyond. The families of the crew members were left grappling with unimaginable grief, forever marked by the tragedy. Memorial services were held, and tributes poured in from around the world. The human cost of the disaster was immense, a poignant reminder of the dangers faced by those who work at sea. Each life lost represented a unique story, a cherished individual, a void that could never be filled. In the wake of such a profound loss, a thorough and extensive investigation was launched by the National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, and the United States Coast Guard. The goal was clear: to understand exactly what happened, identify contributing factors, and prevent similar tragedies from occurring in the future. The voyage data recorder, recovered from the wreckage, became a crucial piece of evidence. Its contents, including the final conversations on the bridge, provided a chilling account of the ship's final hours. The investigation delved into every aspect of the disaster: the weather forecasting, Captain Davidson's decisions, the ship's structural integrity, the training of the crew, and TOTE Maritime's operational procedures. The NTSB's final report, released in December 2017, offered a comprehensive and sobering analysis. It concluded that the probable cause of the sinking was the captain's decision to navigate too close to Hurricane Joaquin, relying on outdated weather information and underestimating the storm's intensity and track. The report also highlighted critical contributing factors, including TOTE Maritime's inadequate safety management system, which failed to effectively oversee the captain's voyage planning and decision-making. Furthermore, the reliance on outdated weather software and the lack of robust company oversight regarding hurricane avoidance procedures were identified as significant shortcomings. The report also detailed issues with the ship's open lifeboats, which were deemed inadequate for the extreme conditions, and the challenges of accurately predicting hurricane movements, even with modern technology. The El Faro disaster became a stark lesson in the complexities of maritime safety and the critical importance of human judgment in the face of nature's raw power. The tragedy of the SS El Faro served as a powerful catalyst for change within the maritime industry. The NTSB's recommendations led to significant improvements in weather forecasting and routing systems, emphasizing the need for real-time, accurate data. New regulations were implemented to enhance safety management systems on vessels, ensuring greater oversight and accountability from shipping companies. Training for mariners, particularly in hurricane avoidance and emergency procedures, was intensified. The disaster also prompted a re-evaluation of lifeboat requirements and other safety equipment, aiming to better prepare crews for extreme weather events. The El Faro's legacy, though born of immense suffering, became a driving force for a safer future at sea. The story of the SS El Faro is a testament to the enduring power of the ocean and the profound respect it demands. It is a story of courage and dedication, of the inherent risks faced by those who brave the seas, and of the agonizing lessons learned from tragedy. While the El Faro herself now rests silently on the ocean floor, her story continues to echo, a permanent reminder of the fragile line between human endeavor and nature's might. The memories of the 33 souls lost on that fateful voyage live on, urging us to never forget the lessons etched in the depths of the Atlantic. May they rest in peace,